Hi guys, it's me, just Lindsay again, and I would like to talk to you about a movie for this video that is older than I am. And yes, I'm talking about the classic The Last Unicorn. And no, I'm not on my rocker by saying that, because I just recently saw it on YouTube, and it was actually quite interesting. Now, I should tell you that when I originally saw it when I was a baby Joey, I didn't really know that much about movies. I didn't know much about cartoons or anything like that. So pretty much everything was all random sights and sounds to me. So I didn't actually know what the movie was about. Just that there was a pretty white unicorn that was prancing around the forest or whatever. And there were some very interesting side characters, let's put it that way. And there was quite a few good stars behind the voices, which I just found out recently. I just looked it up on IMDb, and for 1982, the animation was really good. I mean, like, so good. Not the best, but was still better than most average animation movies of the time. And it wasn't like goofy. It was more like grounded in reality somewhat. Of course, you got magic, you got unicorns, you got an annoying singing butterfly, which makes no sense in what he talks about. I think he said like red over, or something like that. And for the longest time, I was like, what the hell is that? Why is this random butterfly singing? It reminded me of the Cheshire Cat from the Alice in Wonderland movie that we don't know and love, where we couldn't really we were talking like more or less in riddles, but this one was more cryptic than that. Anyway, the voice talent involved include Alan Arkin, Jeff Bridges, Mia Farrow, Angela Lansbury, and I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but Christopher Lee as King Haggard. I'll give you one guess as to who in that roster plays the bad guy, or the bad person, I should say. Yep, Christopher Lee. With a voice like that, how could you possibly deny him the role of a bad guy? Come on, it's like rocket scientist. You have to have him play the bad guy. And this movie is I remember it from my youth, that annoying butterfly. And then I remember this awful it's very awful, very questionable talking tree that was more or less like a grandmother tree, grandmother willow, if you will. And the tree was very buxom. Let's put that way for a tree. And every time it would say something, I love you, like I love you, and hug the main wizard guy to her chest. It's even today, there'd be like a true colorful moment because I'd be like, okay, yeah, somebody's a little too randy and a little too promiscuous with the animation, and yeah, this movie is very odd in that regard, being a very weird combination of stuff. But then when we get to the other character, which I'll talk about more in depth later on, he said the word unicorn, go get him, that's the unicorn. Like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. He was a very random and a very creepy and disturbing character with his voice and stuff. And it's big glowing red eyes. I'll never forget that. With very off-putting, with much in line with the movie that's the color. The Star Wars ripoff. I know the nostalgia critic covered it. Oh well, whatever. So anyway, this is my figurine for the for the latest iteration of My Little Pony, and this is Fluttershy. No, I'm not gonna do it so bad, but we interact with my Flutter like it's light and stuff. And I know that it's a piece of plastic, but anyway, the animation style on the horse, at least on the unicorn, looks a lot like this, a lot more realistic, if you will, because she does have a flowing mane, and she's obviously feminine, which, when the other unicorns get released, I have the question if all the unicorns are female, because they all look the same, yet it's racist to make them all look the same. I mean, identical. So, this movie is like kind of deep in some regards, because, I mean, sure, it's a fantasy movie, so of course, things are gonna be taken realistically, like, there'll be like talking animals, mythological creatures, magic, and among many other things too, which is in a fantasy setting. But then you got the main problem of the unicorn being that she woke up in the forest and she's the last of her kind, and she goes into like a kind of a existential crisis as to, I'm the lost one, I'm the lost unicorn, what do I do? Where are all my friends? Where are all my kind? Now, they do tackle this a little bit in cartoons like Futurama, with Fry and Leela being the last people of the time period and species, supposedly. And I think there are other shows and commentary that do something like this, like The Lost Man on Earth, and among a few others too. But I personally would like to be the last man on Earth for various reasons. But yeah. So they had this character that's like, where's the rest of my kind? And she goes looking around for it, and she comes across this guy called Smendrick, which is like a regular street magician, fake one. And he talking to her and trying to help her out and stuff, and trying to comment out and helping her with the, helping her escape from the zoo created by this mad woman, and she uses her magic to make everyday creatures look like fantasy mean creatures, except for this one that I think it was supposed to be a harpy, a weird harpy, which killed the witch, and go for it, the girl, but the unicorn, but I guess it doesn't go for it. Anyway, the main wizard guy there, the magician, looks a lot like I don't know, a character of David Duchovny or Bill Murray, for example. They give him like a huge nose, bigger than a Titan's. It's now because I'm a Titan. So anyway, they showed this guy there, and then you have and yet you have that annoying talking butterfly there, singing butterfly, and then you have that weird tree there, which serves no purpose other than to give you guys few dreams. Yeah, I'm still trying to recover from that. For me, crushed in the tree's gigantic bosoms, which is pretty weird to begin with, but when you're dealing with a tree, it's a bit worse. And Mia Farrow also played the voice of this unicorn too. So anyway, there's also a weird thing about a red fiery bull that tried to kill all the unicorns and drove them into the sea. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't remember any type of mythology or religion or fantasy story that involved a gigantic fiery red bull being the enemy of the unicorns or any type of creature that there is. Maybe you can answer that for me. Yeah, where the hell did the Red Bull come from? I mean, this might have been like the inspiration for Red Bull, the drink, or not. But to my knowledge, I can't think of any other reason why it would be there. So anyway, so you got this unicorn trying to find her own kind, and you got Cedric that tried to help her out. And then you see this the woman who tried to help them out, played by Angela Lansbury. I think her name is Mommy Fortuna. Now it's weird I mentioned that because from when I was younger, I remember there being certain lines by this woman character, and yeah, I remember exactly where they were in the movie too. I can't remember offhand, but they are right now. But still, it is still pretty funny. I remember all these audio cues from this movie that happened that I saw years and years ago. It's funny what a young man recollects. But anyway, that's about it until we get to the skeleton, which they call the skull. So they're going through this like weird fantasy world, getting different party members and being chased by this demonic red bull, which honestly looks like a big giant pig monster. I don't know, just the way he's drawn. So anyway, this avatar for Atrocitus is hunting this unicorn down like left and right and center. And it turns out that Smendrick decided to use his magical powers to transform this beautiful unicorn into a beautiful girl to try to hide it from the bull. So, he uses the powers, he transforms into a woman. Of course, the woman is naked, of course. You gotta have at least one naked woman in a fantasy movie. And he did do a good job. And of course, she gotta be barefoot. Because nothing conveys innocence more than a barefoot lady. So they show her there. And I swear to God, she Japanese because she's about as white as a piece of paper. And just a pretty too. So anyway, they show the girl to cover up real quick because it's a kid's cartoon. And they can't have anything naughty in a kid's cartoon except for a giant tree with a giant breasts smothering a guy. I mean, really, tell me something. Do any of the leads that are probably gonna watch this movie or me, do they ever take into consideration that men will be crushed to death by if they go squish too much and whatever? So anyway, they show this, and then they go more press. And along the way, they find Prince Lear, not in relation to the play by I was gonna say Steven Spielberg, but not by William Shakespeare, which I have not read yet, but it's on my to-do list. So they run across this guy who falls madly in love with this unicorn lady until even after he finds out that she's a transformed unicorn, he's still falling in love with her. I don't know how, but the honeymoon would be quite interesting at the least. So they go on over quest, and then they come across a dungeon, and in this dungeon they have a split in the road. Then they come across this skull, which is like really parched and really want to drink a wine because he loves wine so much that even when he's dead, he still wants to taste wine. Even though he can't taste it, he likes the sensation of liquid running down his throat hole. So Cedric tricks him very cleverly into thinking that water is wine. So then he said, go on the right, or go in this path to get where you gotta go. So then he detects the unicorn lady there. He's like, unicorn, alert God, unicorn. And I remember that too, that visual, that audio too, and the eyes too. Very creepy, very disturbing. Hell, if I saw a skeleton like that, I would get the fuck out of there. I would run away. And not just on my scooter, I would really run away from it. To get away from it. So, then they get away. And then they find that the prince is his father, King Haggard. Yeah, Haggard. I was gonna say Hagrid before, but Haggard. He he ends up taking men and being out friendly with them and stuff. So he turns out that he has all the unicorns in the sea, and then he hired the Red Bull. I don't know how that works out. How somebody like that can hire a mythological burning demon pig bull to hunt down unicorns and drive them into the sea. I think that the whole thing might have been like a derived from Poseidon's hippocampi, being half horse, half crab monster, plus the fact that they would the whole Trojan horse thing, that the people by the sea used horses as like a bargaining chip with the sea gods and whatnot. So anyway, they have a little bit of a fight with him. The unicorn, back in her true form, fights with the bull. And not very fights, but more like stands around and stands up to this giant flaming pig demon thing. It's like Gandalf, but in a flaming body. So you show her driving it back to the sea, and we're kind of disappointed with this because I would like to see this big monster get extinguished to go as it died. It fizzled down, but no, we did get disappearing, and all the horses, all the unicorns come back onto the beach by a big, huge tide, and this whole big tsunami looks like what you would expect to see from a Japanese disaster movie. In fact, it reminded me of the wave from the Japanese painting, with the famous branches and stuff in the wave. Very cool. So, how much fun would it have been if they put the one unicorn standing on the beach, comes this giant bowl, and then having one unicorn from the sea see this, and then call out to the others and saying, hey, let's all go together. Let's talk about how about our sister with taking down this menace, and then they all join in, and then they all either kick up on this pig monster, or they make her transform into something more on the same size as the bull itself. Because you get it'd be like my little point here versus something as big as the happy face over here. It's extremely small compared to the big guy. So that would be pretty fun to see that. I think what would happen with that. Now, we also see that I think King Haggard seeing all of his little babies go free in the form to death. And you know what? Something as beautiful as a unicorn should not be concealed and hidden away by one greedy old man. That's unfair to the rest of humanity and the world. That this one group of creatures being held up by this one greedy bastard. So anyway, he shows them all breaking free. He ends up falling to his death, and eventually, I'm sorry and stuff. You know, the unicorn goes like real kind. So yeah, for all the goofiness and all the weird shit and all the weird characters like Butterfly the Tree, the with the harpy, that weird skeleton guy that's the unicorn and this and that. It's actually a pretty good movie. I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty fascinating movie. I did like all the backgrounds, I like the animation, and it was kind of weird, but in a good way. It wasn't like Lord of the Rings or any never ending song movies or anything like that, but pretty cool little I want to say one-off movie, but it was a very good succinct and the self-contained movie that was based on a book, which I will not read because I want to involve myself with a unicorn book. But it was pretty good. I'll give it that. It's worth to watch if you want to see it. If you want to see it, I am not going to buy it on DVD or anything like that, but I'll put the link for it in the description below. If you guys want to see it for yourself, see what animation was like in my time during my era. Anyway, in every way, I was happy. Everyone was sad that she had to go, but everyone was happy that she got her wish to, to be with her own kind, her own sisters and brothers. I'm assuming brothers, and the evil guy was defeated. And I got good credit to this movie for having the balls to actually have the question about what it's like to be the last of your kind in a kid's movie, no less. What it's like to have to be the last of your kind, worrying about the preservation of your species, what you can do with yourself, how important are you in that regard, what will you do? You're gonna grow old and die by yourself, knowing you're the last of your kind, and also it's a good message about standing up for yourself, not taking bullshit, no pun intended, from barbecue reject. Yeah, it was like to be fun. I don't remember anything about the ending to the last unicorn when we were younger. Probably because the skull probably just scared the living poop out of me. But yeah. I thank you for watching my video on 1982's The Lost Unicorn. It was a fun little romp in nostalgia lane. It was very weird. The animation was good. The songs were good. Even though we made fun of the fact that this butterfly didn't do shit. It was still pretty, the songs were good, at least. And I think he was kind of narrator too, I think. So, I give this video my very good, happy face to approval. But it was weird. Some of the parts just weird. And what I find very interesting about something like this is that whenever you have like a unicorn with a very distinct color palette, like purple and white hair, like rarity in in the show, in My Little Pony. But then something happens, kind of magical transformation happens, where you have a girl there, in this case naked, but you have this weird go there with the same color scheme as the unicorn in question. So if you were chasing down the unicorn, you would often assume that the same girl with purple hair and unnaturally white skin would be somehow connected to the unicorn that you were chasing with the same color scheme. But apparently these characters run under the same influences as everybody that looks at Superman and Clark Kent. That they are very they're blinded by the glasses. They must be blinded by the human form. And what you gotta do, tattoo something on her butt and say that this is a unicorn, this is the same mark as the other one. The haunches are the same mark on them. So, but whatever the case is, this was actually a pretty fun movie. And if you guys like what you see here and you want to see more of my videos, you can like, comment, share my videos, and subscribe to my channel. Or if you want to subscribe to my channel, or you can always call me or text me input on my stuff at 631-707-3707. Let's contact me or call me or text me. Or you can follow me on Twitter or X if you prefer at PNelsonPro. Although my email is jjviewingchannel@gmail.com. So I salute anyone that likes fantasy movies because they kind of not as been start as science fiction or westerns or action or something like that. Plus, I like the way Shumendrick had to be convinced to believe in himself to make real magic happen to transform this last unicorn into safer. And by the way, I'm thinking of it, I do find it interesting that there was a little bit of a commentary on the human condition in there when the girl became a unicorn. When the unicorn became a human being, she said that her body was dying, whereas I think that with unicorn body was more like magical and more preserved and stuff. So she said that her body is actually more, the fear from her body is more than the fear of the giant bull. Okay, human beings are fellow creatures, we will get old and die one day. So yeah, it was a very good talk about that, about the human condition and the fear of death and all that stuff. I forgot what it was, but somebody said, that. What? Oh yeah, with Hercules, where he preferred to have a moral life with Meg than be up there with the gods and have infinite life out of love. I found that commentary quite interesting in that movie too, even though it was killed in the end. But yeah, I found it interesting that she didn't like this whole meat bag that's called a human body, and she might prefer the old, more vulnerable unicorn body, being larger and more a bigger target. So yeah, that was a good thing that they put in there. That I probably wouldn't have got when I was a kid. By the way, the animation on her looks a lot like the animation you would see like in Gundam Wing, like from the 70s or the 80s, or so was the name of a character in it, Fujiko in Lupin the Third, and also the more specific woman characters from the Gundam Wing anime and the officers and whatnot. Can't think of the name of the characters, but remind me of that. Because God forbid we have a female character that isn't a complete knockout. So yeah, I salute you again. Peace out, my brothers and sisters. I love you. Love, 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 love. Aloha, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.